I have to tell you that I'm impressed. Minister Gitterson, the topics that you spoke about, it shows, it's a reflection of the tone of this Council of Ministers. It's a reflection of the discussion in this Council of Ministers. And it shows that this government is extremely serious about integrity and about protecting the assets of the country. And I'm impressed, I'm touched that shows that we really are taking things seriously, to the point that in the last Council of Ministers discussion, it was agreed that if we find things that we believe are serious in nature, that if we need to go to the prosecutor's office to report these incidents, we will take it that far, because we take the protection of the people that seriously. But again, hats off to all of the ministers, really excellent work. A couple things. I have a lot of small topics to talk about. Especially when you monitor social media, there's always some discussions about the ministers' involvement in labor disputes. It's clear that the country's facing some economic difficulties and will be difficult for the next year to 2 years probably. And as the economy's difficult, as resources are difficult and people are competing for those scarce resources, tension's going to be high and conflicts are going to continue to emerge. And this is also going to be reflected in terms of labor relations. The ministry, of course, as a policy, always encourages dialogue. The best solution, we believe, is one where parties come together, sit down, and come to a mutual agreement. That is always the most holistic and the best solution most of the times. Some people in the community are asking for the minister to get more involved in some of these disputes, but I think political interference in individual cases would be inappropriate. Of course, we monitor the situations, and where possible, we offer guidance, but the ministry does offer many resources to help stabilize relationships between employers and employees. In particular, there's obviously the advisory services. The ministry is always open to both employers and employees, and those unemployed for that matter, to come into the office and ask for advice. We can always give you guidance in terms of the laws, in terms of your rights, and we encourage everybody to know what their rights and what their obligations are. We offer, of course, mediation services. If there's a dispute and you find that you need someone to mediate, we're, of course, available for that as well. If individuals feel that their rights have been trampled upon and they feel that they need legal assistance but don't have the financial means to hire a lawyer, the ministry also will sign for legal aid. So, we take the labor relations very serious. I think that these are going to be difficult times, but if we do it together, we can come through as a country. Another comment I've been getting is a comment about the Ministry of VSA reducing Red Cross payments or recipients. Just for clarity, the ministry, while we collaborate with the Red Cross, we do not give the Red Cross instructions in terms of who the recipients for whatever benefits are or how much benefits they hand out. The Red Cross is an autonomous entity, and that is up to them to decide what support they want to give to the community and to whom. We'd like to thank the many individuals and organizations that continue to support St. Martin in the form of donations. This goes from individuals to local and international businesses, local and international churches, and many local and international organizations, and a slew of anonymous donors as well. These donations are recorded, they are well accounted for. There are photos taken of the donations. The recipients of these goods also sign for receipt of them. These donations include food. We still continue to receive some food items, hygiene products, linens, healthy bags, mattresses, pillows, toys, shoes, and clothing, as well as even vehicles. We still continue to receive all types of support. From the Ministry of VSA, we are still working together from our initial request for emergency assistance, where Holland is continuing to support the ministry with requested vehicles, and they're coming in slowly but surely. The shelter persons that had moved due to the fire have now since Saturday returned to the Little League and to Festival Village. We are continuing to work on a more permanent solution. We're working to offer another solution that we believe is a good solution. The previous government actually, in terms of, it is not the Ministry of VSA who's responsible for coordinating emergency housing, but actually there were no emergency houses provided for, so the ministry is being proactive in that and making sure that people have a decent place to live.
To educate the people is to free them from mental bondage. A nation that is governed by injustice, inequality, and unfairness, it's against the spirit of democracy.
We will tell the people the truth, and the people will be our judge.
Hi, I am Lisa Alexander, candidate number 9 on the United St. Martin Party slate on February 26, 2018. Vote for me, Lisa Alexander, candidate number 9.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within one calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more. However you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right. Get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah. Right. Accumulate $25 or more within one calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
In today's briefing, we will give an update of the increase of the tariffs at the St. Martin Medical Center and the consequences for the consumers. Because after having done a number of research, meetings, and consultations, there are some serious consequences for our members and the consumers on St. Martin with regards to this increase that has not been done according to the procedures that are there outlined when you really go into having an increase go into effect, with the consequences that a 41.8% cost of living or COLA increase to the consumers that will be actually detrimental.
I will start first with giving an illustration of some bills that we got for people to understand how serious this thing is affecting our consumers. I have here an example of a lady that delivered a baby in the St. Martin Medical Center. The total bill for 2-day stay for her and 3-day stay for the baby and up to almost 17,000 guilders. If we look at how would have been the price and the tariff and the cost, her bill would have been 11,900 guilders. So here we see that SMMC, since the 1st of January, for this lady alone, is pocketing 5,000 guilders from her, where she doesn't have an insurance, where she has no income, because it is a student that came from the Netherlands after the hurricane, stuck here because of the flights from KLM not renewed and for her to go back. This is an example. When we talk about 41.8%, people have to understand it's not a percentage, it is how much money it will be. And with this example, we can show you hospital bed, 660 guilders now for this lady, for every day being in there. For the baby that had to be in the incubator, over 1,000 guilders now. So when we see these amounts, and you have to be responsible for it, this has also consequences for the insurance companies, also consequences for SZV. So for today, the most important issue for the update for you is this. When we thought that it was only the St. Martin Medical Center that agreed with VSR and with SZV to come up with a proposal for this increase, now after the private insurance companies reacted that they were not going to pay the new tariffs because there was no national degree, when the St. Martin Consumers Coalition has addressed this issue and has illustrated that as St. Martin Medical Center, by starting to charge people with this new decree, these new tariffs, was actually violating their decree, what we did is that we were astonished when we understood from the private insurance companies that Minister Lee is in agreement with this jacking up of the tariffs in SMMC. Not only that, Minister Lee, we had a meeting with him, he promised transparency, but until today, he did not answer our questions for us to understand how heaven you can decide to come up with such a price increase where we don't see what exactly are the arguments. Because let us start with the first argument that was brought up. Also in the letter of Minister Lee to the private insurance companies and to the St. Martin Medical Center, Minister Lee is arguing that the 41.8% is a cost of living adjustment for the hospital. Well, the workers of St. Martin, they know what is the cost of living adjustment. Since 2012, the last cost of living adjustment they got was 50%. They couldn't get the whole of it. They couldn't get the whole increase. But even that, apparently, Minister Lee and the St. Martin Medical Center cannot calculate, because from the Bureau of Statistics, we got a letter that confirmed that based on the price index development in St. Martin from 2004 till 2016, the end, the increase was only 34%. So where they got this extra 8% and labeling it as a cost of living increase, we think that if all the workers from the civil service only could get away from since 2012 with half of the index, then only 17%. Because 34% real increase of the cost of living, half of it would have been 70%. That would be acceptable if that was the policy from government. But apparently, Minister Lee has a different policy than Ms. Sarah Westcott Williams, who was the actual minister that in 2012 said, no way for civil servants to get a COLA for the full 100%.
educate the people is to free them from mental bondage. A nation that is governed by injustice, inequality, and unfairness, it's against the spirit of democracy.
We will tell the people the truth, and the people will be our judge.
Hi, I am Lisa Alexander, candidate number 9 on the United St. Martin Party slate on February 26, 2018. Vote for me, Lisa Alexander, candidate number 9.
People all across St. Martin are switching to a more rewarding experience. The WIB MasterCard Fun Miles credit card, better known as My Card. Earn 1 fun mile for every $2 spent, even abroad and online. This will quickly get you a ton of fun miles to redeem for travel, shopping, food, fuel, and much more. But there's more to My Card. Worldwide acceptance, an EMV chip for extra security, and 250 free fun miles with first use. Switch to My Card today at WIB.
Within your reach.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more. However you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right. Get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah. Right. Accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
Monday, February 26 is our parliamentary election, and polling stations open from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. When you enter your polling station, you must check in. Eligible voters must come with your voting card, an identification card, passport, or driver's license in order to vote. Once verified, the chairman will give you your ballot. The voter goes directly to the voting booth that is not occupied and votes by coloring the white circle with the red pencil in front of the name of the candidate of choice. Use only the red pencil, vote for only one person, and don't write or draw on the ballot. If you make a mistake, return to the chairperson and ask for a new ballot. This can only be done once. You are prohibited from selling your vote, using a cell phone, and taking video and photos. When you have finished voting, fold the ballot and proceed to the ballot box, where you will insert your ballot. Exercise your right. Go out and vote.
St. Martin needs a strong, stable, and secure country. This is the theme that we received already from 2016 while speaking to the people of St. Martin regarding what direction our island must head into. We kept that theme, a strong, stable, and secure St. Martin, because that is what our people deserve, and that is what the PPA party can deliver after the elections of February the 26th upcoming. Our people are traumatized, our island has been damaged structurally, and we need a government in place that will start working immediately in securing the future of our island, immediately in ensuring that the over 6,000 people that are unemployed, that they have a means to take care of their family. There's no social framework, no network to assist our people during these most important times. A social network, meaning helping those persons who are out of a job with at least $1,000 a month per person up to 1 year. Now, this is not a handout. Our people need that assistance to take care of their family. This money will be used to go directly into our economy. The aid that the Netherlands pledged to St. Martin, we, the PPA, will ensure that at least 10% of that aid goes directly to our people. All we need to do is submit the programs and the policies through the World Bank to make sure that that takes place in an accountable, transparent, and open manner. That is all that it takes. Once we are elected, with your vote, because we need to be elected to be able to get this done for you, the people of St. Martin, for the entire community of St. Martin. We will make sure that a law is implemented, which is an unemployment benefit law. We don't have that law. We need to make sure that the new parliament approves such a law, for in the event we are faced with another natural disaster or another man-made disaster, whereby many of our people become unemployed for no reason of their own, that they have a means to continue to live on this beautiful island called St. Martin. Another issue that we're going to champion is to speed up the reconstruction, the rebuilding process. That too has to take place in a very transparent manner. The VROMI department, the Public Works department, has to get a team organized and make sure that the businesses that are still waiting or the homeowners that are still waiting get a speed up decision making with regards to their permit so they could start rebuilding their homes. It is 5 months before the next hurricane season. We can't continue to make decisions as if it is business as usual. We are in a crisis situation. We just went through a devastating hurricane. So we need to work faster, smarter, and harder to get back on our feet. You hear left, right, and center from government or other persons that it's going to take 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 years to get St. Martin back on its feet. We, the PPA, don't believe in that process. We know that we can, together with you, the people of St. Martin, together with putting the right structures and the right people in place who have only your interests at heart, to speed up the process of rebuilding our country. Waiting 2 to 3 years is not going to cut it. But it starts with voting for the PPA, for the leadership of prosperity. That's what I stand for as the leader of the PPA. Prosperity for our people, not despair. Hope is something we could fill in and turn into a reality. Accountable, transparent, good governance, that is what we can offer, and that is what we have offered in the past. We can do this again. People of St. Martin, getting service, getting your ID cards, standing in line for months waiting on an appointment, that doesn't have to happen anymore. Once the PPA party is in Parliament and we support a PPA-led government, because make no mistake, the ministers that are going to be appointed after these elections have to be ministers who have the interest of the people at heart only, no other agenda. The public administration has to be revamped in such a way that citizens of our island can go and get their documentations in a very short period of time. Waiting for months will be something of the past. Why I say this? Because I know we can turn this into a transparent way of getting your documents on time as you submit the request.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
Monday, February 26 is our parliamentary election, and polling stations open from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. When you enter your polling station, you must check in. Eligible voters must come with your voting card, an identification card, passport, or driver's license in order to vote. Once verified, the chairman will give you your ballot. The voter goes directly to the voting booth that is not occupied and votes by coloring the white circle with the red pencil in front of the name of the candidate of choice. Use only the red pencil. Vote for only one person, and don't write or draw on the ballot. If you make a mistake, return to the chairperson and ask for a new ballot. This can only be done once. You are prohibited from selling your vote, using a cell phone, and taking video and photos. When you have finished voting, fold the ballot and proceed to the ballot box, where you will insert your ballot. Exercise your right. Go out and vote.
Road repair on the pothole started on February 2nd and is making good progress. Work is supposed to continue shortly in the Maho roundabout area, in Nazareth Dutch Quarter, Canagita Street, and other areas. The current situation with most of our road network is that its lifespan has expired. Most roads on St. Martin has to be completely reconstructed, as the sublayers are exposed to the elements. This is one of the reasons that potholes are surfacing all over the island. It is our intention to assess the entire road network and calculate the complete cost to reconstruct. We will focus more on a long-term solution, such as looking into establishing the Wege funds, of which legal basis is already present. A follow-up meeting with St. Martin Housing Development Foundation is also planned for the near future to discuss the details of dispersing financial subsidy to bring relief in regards to house repairs and maintenance to the rental units. Also, the technical assessment of the government's roof repair project is still ongoing, whereas the technical assessments of approximately 100 homes has been carried out thus far and is ongoing from the approximately 500 applicants who had requested government's assistance in repairing their roofs or home. Government has reserved 5 million guilders for the execution of phase 1 of this project that is aimed to assist mainly 150 senior citizens and our persons with disabilities.